All right, everybody. Welcome to Shekel.finance's first Developer Ask Me Anything. I am Tony Duran, Anthony Duran, on my social media. I'm the lead dev for Shekel. I'm joined here with Joe, Craig, and Matt. Each one of them has their key areas of expertise, and we'll touch base on those as we go through this. Let's see if we have anybody else in here. All right, the chat's empty. So get started with some of our keynotes. Coin market cap and CoinGecko. So keep getting asked in Telegram and Facebook why we're not on coin market cap, why we're not on CoinGecko. Those applications have been turned in. They were one of the first things that we wanted to hit base on, because we want our price to be listed in Trust Wallet. So we want to get on CoinMarketCap as soon as possible. So we've turned in our application. We got assigned a liaison, and he's reached out to me twice. We're going back and forth. I still don't have a definitive date on when it's going to be, but they haven't said no. They're working on it. They're going to check our volume and our holders and make sure that we're a project that they want to waste time on. I mean, obviously it's not a waste of time, but that's kind of how they made me feel. So there's that. So CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko will be coming soon. As a matter of fact, here today, I'll send them a follow-up email on and see if there's anything we can do to expedite that. Next keynote I have influencers. Craig, sir, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, so we reached out to quite a few different influencers. I know a lot of people had a lot of interest in getting a lot of investors, a lot of influencers. Unfortunately, I'm not going to release any of their names. We did have a few that were a little bit timid. They didn't want to get right into it. They wanted to see a little bit more growth with the coin first. But we did have a few that were willing to jump on board. Not put their name out there, but they did invest a little bit. One for sure, he pretty much as soon as I reached out to him, put up 0.1 BNB. This is way back, I think, during our first 2 days. He knew the name of, or he knew the history of the word shekel, which that alone was pretty cool to me. So, I mean, we're reaching out. I want to be able to tell you guys their names and everything, but I'm not going to dox them pretty much until they're willing, just to keep them from getting scared away.
I have been approached in Telegram by 2 different TikTok influencers trying to get on board with us. I forwarded you either. So the interest is there. They're coming around. That's pretty nice. But yeah, I mean, obviously they don't want to jump on board until we've shown a little bit more growth. Past 24 hours, we had a nice steady uptick. That was really nice.
And on that note, we've shown a lot of good growth. You can see where on the graph, we kind of mooned for a day, but it wasn't the graph that we want to see. We like the good, positive growth that you've seen the last 2 days now, where it's soft, gradual growth.
The last 2 days, you can see on the chart, it's like a stair step. That's, nice organic growth. The day that we moved, we had like a handful of big whales come in and drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars. And then after a couple hours, when they didn't start making money, they left. And so we had a sharp drop. And that was the end of that first moon phase. But on that same token, in order for them to sell, they had to leave 10%. Like when you sell, there's that 10% burn, 5% of that gets redistributed. So they actually paid all of us for them to leave, and that raised our liquidity pool permanently. Which, speaking of, that's actually the next point I wanted to touch on, was the liquidity. It seems like a lot of people have questions about the tokenomics and how Shekel works. Somebody asked me, so when if I have shekel in my wallet and somebody sells, you're going to take BNB out of my wallet to make liquidity? And that is not right at all. So I wanted to clarify that. So every time you spend shekel, there's a 10% burn, or a 10% transaction fee rather. And that transaction fee is split into two. 5% of it gets redistributed to all the other coins, not the other holders. So we have, 76 wallets. It doesn't get divided by 76. It gets divided amongst all of the coins. So the more coins that you have in your wallet, the bigger portion that you'll get, in scale of that redistribution. And then the other half actually gets split. It's not 5%. It gets split into 2.5%. And one is sold into BNB, and that BNB and shekel are paired together, turned into liquidity tokens, and added permanently to the liquidity pool in the contract, in the smart contract. So if you go to BSC scan and look at our smart contract, you can see that it holds liquidity tokens. Those liquidity tokens are permanent. There's no way you can transfer money in or out of a smart contract. That's permanently in shekel. And then all of the liquidity tokens that we have, me, Joe, and Craig, we have a handful of liquidity tokens. We've locked 30% of them. The ones that are unlocked because they're new. We've recently been putting more money in the liquidity pool. And so I'm going to take 30 of the tokens that I have, and I'm going to put them into a DX sale time lock. We'll have up to 60% of our liquidity pool. And so there is that. Let me go check the chat, see if we have any questions in here. Not seeing, have a lot blowing. Check Telegram. Nope.
I feel like a lot of people in the group right now, especially Telegram, are active at different times than us here in the United States.
I can agree with that. That's a very good point.
And that's something that I've noticed as well.
We seem to have a really big following in the Netherlands.
Yeah, I've noticed. But I noticed that the other day, like a lot of I woke up to a lot of messages, and then when we went to reply, or you guys went to reply, we didn't get anything. There was like a dead space, so it just isn't lining up real well.
Right. I don't know why we have such a following in the Netherlands, but I love it.
Hey, I'll take what we can get right now.
I don't speak Dutch, and they were blowing up the Telegram in Dutch. So I'm like trying to like copy and paste it into Google Translate. They were helping each other. Like, I don't know, it was kind of cool.
That was definitely one of the most interesting times I've had with the coin. To wake up and see $1 million market cap, and most of it came from a foreign country in a language I had no clue how to translate, was just amazing.
Right.
I thought we got hacked at first. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
That's funny.
And now with that, if someone out there watches this and they're interested in being a moderator, they speak English and Dutch, please reach out to one of the devs. We're more than willing to speak to you and possibly give you a chance and have you help us, and vice versa. We definitely want to have a symbiotic relationship where you can work with us to help have the coin grow with you.
Absolutely. I mean, as a matter of fact, if anybody, speaking Dutch or not, if you want to help fill some of the holes we have as moderators, reach out to us. We definitely need somebody. Right now, I'm actually moderating Twitter and Discord simultaneously while trying to run AMA. I mean, it's a small team. 100% of what you've seen from the ground to now is on the screen right now. We're doing the best we can. I will tell you guys that I have been working pretty tirelessly on trying to create our own DApp. There was going to be a shekel powered DApp added sometime in the next couple of weeks. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is or exactly what it's doing, but I've been working on it. It's kind of hard, actually. There's a lot of lines in Solidity. You have to have like 3 different contracts that will communicate with each other in order to have an exchange function. Like you have to have the factory. I don't want to get too much into the coding part of it, but there's a lot to it. So I'm working on that. That is coming in the future. And that's all I really got to say about that. I only got one keynote left. We're approaching the 20-minute mark. So we've got 10 minutes left.
Real quick,
Yeah.
shelling on the Telegram, where are we at with that? Like for other coins?
None.
Other coins need to have their own Telegram.
Right.
Yeah, somebody said something that they saw somebody was sharing other coins in our Telegram. I do my best to not shill shekel in dedicated groups of other coins, and so we're not going to allow our dedicated channel to be spammed with other coins. So
Right. I just wanted to get that on the record so that people do know that we're not promoting other coins. This is our specific Telegram.
absolutely.
Today alone, I've removed probably 2. So if there's ever a thing, go ahead, reach out to one of the devs or an admin, whoever, and we'll have it removed as soon as possible.
Actually, yeah, any of the 4 of us, I believe we are all admin Telegram. If you see it, we can take it. All right, and then the last thing I got is the big news that I woke up to, and that is I'm not sure if I am supposed to oust the name of it. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that because it's not official yet. I haven't signed anything or anything. But I will say that a top 30 exchange has reached out to me today, and we are talking to them and trying to see if we can get shekel listed.
Oh, that's big news.
That is pretty big news.
Yeah, that's big news for sure.
I will say it is not Coinbase and it is not Binance, but
Not yet.
you've definitely heard of it. I will say that. So that's the big announcement. A DApp is in the works, and we have a big name exchange coming real soon. Yesterday when I woke up, we had a $1,200 liquidity pool. Last night when I went to bed, we had a $3,000 liquidity pool. So good, steady, even growth. We lost a little bit this morning, but I think that's just some FUD. People being uncertain if this is going to be a steady project, and they saw the price went up, so now's the time to sell. But everybody that believes in the project, hodl, hold on to them, and it'll pay off in the long run. I guarantee it. We're not going to give up. We are going to see this, hopefully to a penny, at least 3 zeros and a 1. I want to see that before I think about retiring. You know what I mean?
And just to kind of put some people at ease, we're all family men here. I mean, I have 2 kids. Tony, you have 2 kids, or is it 3 now?
I have 2 kids and 1 on the way.
Matt?
I have 4 kids myself.
Joe's a child himself, so I mean, it's not that we can just drop this project and make money off it, guys. None of us are going to try and rug pull. None of us are really looking for this coin to fail because we need this coin to make money. We made this
project to succeed, man. My own self gratification.
This project is a passion, and we need it to work just as much as you guys need it to work. So,
I mean, I think I speak for everyone on the screen right now. There's too much going on behind the scenes to just have it fail. I mean, I know Tony's putting in hours, and I'm sure you guys too. All night long. So why would we're not trying to waste that much time for something to not be successful?
Definitely.
Agreed.
I understand the concerns because there have been a lot of coins added to the Binance Smart Chain recently, and then as soon as they get to a few $1,000s, the developers pulled all of the liquidity, and then they just have all keep everybody's money, and everybody that has invested is left holding the bag. But I guarantee you that is not going to happen. If that was the case, we would have done that when we hit the $1 million market cap last week, and we didn't. Instead, we invested more and added the liquidity and filled out another exchange application, which you guys probably saw on Twitter. We just put in our application for Hotbit, so that's another potential exchange coming soon.
Actually, our little dolphins did the opposite to us.
Yeah,
we
right.
we tried to add quite a bit more liquidity for you. Joe actually liquidized a huge portion of his profits, put them in. Tony did the same, and within seconds of posting to the Telegram, it got pulled out, and we had hundreds, almost thousands of dollars pulled out within seconds.
Is that what happened when I sent mine in, Tony? I think that's what you said.
Yeah.
Happened.
Yeah. It keeps happening. We had a bunch of people that bought in really early, and they're just waiting for it to go up. As soon as it goes up a little bit, they sell and take profits. So we have those profit whales. They're not super big, but they still have, a few million tokens in their wallets. So I'm sure that's going to continue to happen the next few big upticks we have, but we'll get those guys out of here. Those are the people that came in on like day 2 and bought $100 worth. Like, they got a lot for very little. So
We'll get the dolphins out of here.
I did have somebody send me a message and say that they're completely blown away. They put $4 in BNB is what they had left in their account, and they just threw it at shekel, and they checked it yesterday, and they were over $100, and we're absolutely blown away. They can't believe it, in only 2 weeks. I was like, yes, that is what I like to see. I love to see other people have, success like that. So instead of him pulling out that $100 and just calling it profit, he's investing more. So I'm gonna try to talk to him about seeing if he wants to post some of his shekels for liquidity, so he can get paid shekels for his transaction fees, so he can get paid over time if he believes in the project that much. Which I do want to throw that out there to everybody. If you're gonna hold your shekels for a while and you have a little bit of BNB that you can pair with it, go to Pancake Swap liquidity tab and put some shekels and BNB both in together as a it has to be equal amounts. So like $10 worth and $10 worth, and put that into the liquidity, and you'll get a liquidity token. And with that token, you'll get paid the transaction fees of people buying and selling shekel, and you'll be helping our liquidity. You'll be adding to our pool, and that's what we need right now.
To make it simple for you, if anyone wants to post liquidity, you can reach out to one of the devs and we'll help walk you through that process.
Well said.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think that's all of our bullet points. I'm going to do one more quick check for raised hands. See if we got any other people in here.
Let me check. My screens are clear, so.
All right. Well, I think then at this juncture, I'm going to end this meeting. I have been recording this. We'll get this edited together and posted up on YouTube here real soon. On behalf of everybody here at shekal.finance, I want to say thanks for watching. And we'll post a date and time of our next Ask Me Anything, and we'll continue to do this and continue doing what we do, trying to make you guys be successful. And we are out.